Hey, what's up everybody? If you're new to my channel, I'm Ish Visuals, and I'm gonna be doing a car check on my car. I'm pretty happy on how it sits right now and how far I've came with it. So I feel like it's time to make this video, so let's hop right into it. Okay everybody, so for starters, I got this BMW emblem straight from BMW, because if you guys haven't noticed by now, this is a BMW. Moving along, I got a set of European smiley headlights. They're depot, they're not OEM. I think OEM is hella, but I mean depots, they do the job just fine. They look fine. I haven't had no issues with them at all, and you can't even tell if I probably didn't tell you guys. So they're really beautiful and look nice. They bring the car out, especially if they're new, because like with this car, it's an older car, and if you get like new headlights, it really ties in the front end together because it just shines bright like my forehead. I also got amber corners because I do have a white car. I had clears on my last car, but that's because my car was colored, and white cars and clear corners don't look so good, so gotta stay with the ambers. Okay, moving along, I got a front M-Tech bumper that I got from BMW. It actually changes the whole look and format of the car. It looks really aggressive. To be honest, it's probably like my favorite thing I've done to the car, to be quite honest. Yeah, I got it from BMW. I paid like $970, I think, roughly, and then I had to pay for these covers right here, so that was an extra 30 a pop, needed to. So roughly over $1,000. I got this plate cover because this car just looks so much better without the front plate that I just had to get this and leave it on there. Looks dope. I got these M-Tech mirrors also. They look really nice. These are actually M5 mirrors because I couldn't find M-Tech mirrors. They're pretty much the same thing. It's just the wiring is different. This changes the whole look of the car, man. This is like another favorite mod of mine. And then just looking inside it, like when you're driving, it looks so sick. It looks way better than the square ones. Moving on to the side. I like how the side of this car looks a lot. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like just like a sick mafia car. I mean, I like the front, I like how the back, I just like overall how this car looks, to be honest. But moving on to the sides, we'll talk about the wheels now. These are BMW Style 21 Throwing Star wheels. I've been wanting these wheels for like a long time. Like anybody that knew me knew I wanted these wheels for a long time. And I finally got them. Yeah, they're 17x8 all around. They're not staggered. I did want a staggered set, but they want an extra $1,000 just for the two bigger rears. And I'm not willing to pay that. Well, at least not yet. So I'm gonna have to hold on to these 17x8s all around for a while. They have 20 millimeters of offset, and they look really nice. I actually got them polished by the homie Antonio. He does everybody's wheels in SoCal. I think someone referred me. Oh yeah, my buddy Christian Sashcam, he referred me to him. He's like, oh, he does wheels, polishes, and refinish. Does like any BMW you want. So I hit him up via Instagram, and he was cool. I actually made a video about getting these wheels refinished and everything. You guys can go check that out. They were curved. They were just really ugly looking, and he brought them back to life. He refinished them. He put like a really nice polish on them, and then I asked him if he could paint my stars gold, and he did. And this guy did like an awesome job, and they look really cool and smooth, and I'm really happy with them. I got some neochrome lug nuts on here. They're actually a little extended because I do have studs on here. I got spacers also. I think I have like 10 millimeters in the front and 12 in the rears, or it might be vice versa, but I think it is 12 in the rears. Yeah, because like the stock lug nuts, they were hard to come off. I just hated taking them off all the time. So yeah, I got like aftermarket studs and lug nuts, and they come out just like quite fine. They come out really easy now. I love them. And I also got like some drilled and slotted rotors that you can barely see in there. Not really too much performance, more so for the looks, but looks sick though. Okay, and as far as tires go, I got like all different kind of name brand ones, so I don't even want to talk about that right now. I'll probably get some later, some really nice ones later, but as of right now, you know, tires cost, so I'm gonna have to hold on to that. Oh, and I got these door gaskets. You can actually replace these. They're really easy to change. You just like open the door, and then there's like a little thing right here that makes you unlock the handle, and then you just put the new gaskets in. It makes a huge difference. I highly recommend it. They're only like 20, I think 25 bucks max. You can find them on eBay, door gaskets, and they're really easy to put in. Like each door shouldn't take more than 5 minutes, and it makes a huge difference because I know like they're always cracked and old and stuff, and just change your gaskets. It looks really nice. Oh, and real quick, I got a Beamer head sticker right here. My friend Mike actually had this on his car, and it looked so sick, so I had to get one for myself. I really like the look, so I had to get it. Oh, and I don't know if you guys noticed by now, but I got a W sticker right here that stands for West Side, and I'm not sure if you guys noticed by now, but I usually wear a hat with a W on it. It stands for West Wing. It's my buddy's shop on the west side of Long Beach. It's like a west side pop culture shop. They just sell like a bunch of west side stuff because, you know, West Coast, California, whatever. West Coast. Moving on to the back, I got another BMW emblem straight from BMW because, again, it is a BMW. Let's talk about my spoiler. So I got the spoiler from eBay. I paid like $26 for it. And I actually made a video on it too. Some of you guys watched it. If you guys haven't watched it, then go check that out and then come back to this video. But yeah, I got it. Me and my buddy Jason put it on. It was really easy. It makes a huge difference on the car. I like it. Some people will say, oh, you should have got it in white, but I like black, dude. I like black. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's talk about my tail lights. I got some aftermarket clear tail lights because it looks sick. Like, I had ambers in the front, but I had to go clears in the rear because it makes a huge difference. Because I don't know, I didn't like how the ambers looked, how the amber tail lights looked in the back, so I had to go with the clears this time. And these are also depot. I know, I'm kind of cheap, I'm sorry, but I gotta save that bread, you feel me? Now it looks really nice. I like it a lot. It brings the car out like sick with it. A custom license plate from California, because I am a Californian. It says Bmw E34. Shout out my boy 21 Savage. He inspired the idea, so shout out 21 Savage. Okay, and I also got this plate filler. It's a European spec plate filler, so it's mainly for this European plate right here. And speaking of this European plate, I got it from customeuropeanplates.com. They sell it for like 50 bucks. You get to customize whatever the hell you want it to say. I put the first letter E, and then I put the last number is 34 because it is E34 if you didn't know by now. I forgot what it says. I think it says Euro IS 34 under, for those of you that don't know. Little Easter egg right there. I have a rear M-Tech bumper. So the story behind this on the rear M-Tech bumper, I seen a guy on Facebook. I'm actually friends with him now. His name's Jed. And this guy was selling this rear bumper for $1,000. And he was also selling a front M-Tech bumper for $900 at the time with covers. And I don't want to say I was trying to lowball him, but I tried to give him a little less than $900 and he wasn't having it. Come to find out, I was like, dude, I'll just pay the $900. But the time I realized that I wanted that deal, he sold it, and I was like, damn. And then later on, I think like a couple days later, he posted rear M-Tech bumper for sale. And then I was like, dude, there's no way I'm missing out on this one. This thing is like NLA. NLA means no longer available. So you have to get this from somebody. You can't buy this from the dealer. You legit have to get this from somebody. And I knew I wouldn't have this rear bumper for a while, or this deal wouldn't come up for a while, so I just paid the G, dude. I had to. It looks sick. Like, come on now. Came with the cover too. Got everything painted. Looks so sick, dude. Okay, and I got these tips. They're like M Sport tips. I think I got it, and it came off an F30 M3 actually. Yeah, I got it from OfferUp, and this dude, he would not budge, dude. Like, cause I seen how much they go for. I think like 200, 300, something along those lines. I think 300 though, and he was selling it for 250, and I'm like, dude, I'll give you 100 right now, because I seen on OfferUp he had posted it for like a month and no one had hit him up. So I was like, dude, I'm only gonna offer this guy 100, and he's like 150, and I'm like, nah, I'm good, dude, 100. I'll pick it up right now. He's like 150, and I'm like, damn, dude. And then 2 months later, it's time for me to get an exhaust. I wanted these tips specifically, so I hit him up again, but except I offer a bigger amount. I say 125, and then he says 150. And I'm like, you can't do 125, bro? He's like, 150. And then I'm like, damn, dude. And I was like, all right, whatever. I need these tips. I'll get my exhaust done tomorrow. I need these tips. I'll just pay the 150. I mean, like, usually when I do, like, any Craigslist or OfferUp, I never pay the full price. Actually, my car, I got this for $2,000. The guy wanted $2,200, and I showed up with $2K. I'm like, dude, $2K. And it was actually funny because when I bought the car from the guy, he's like, yeah, I'll give it to you for $2,000, but without the M parts. I was like, oh no, dude, the M parts got to be on there. If not, $1,800. And then he just wanted to get rid of it really quick, so he was like, all right, $2,000. So I got this car for $2,000. And it's funny because I borrowed from like everybody I knew, because my friend Christian Satchcam sent me the link while I was working. I just had got a new job too, so I was making more money. It was like my first week on the job too. He sent me the link, and then I looked at it, and I was like, damn, dude, $2,000. I think I had like $600 or $700 saved up. I was like, dude, this thing, everybody was on this car like white on rice, man. Like, everybody wanted this car. The guy told me like 40 people hit him up. Yeah, I think there was some dude from like Virginia that wanted to fly in and then drive the car back, and I was like, hell no, dude, I'm picking this up. I hit a couple of my friends, a couple family members, and I borrowed from them, so I had all the way up to $2,000, and then I had $2,000, and then I picked up the car. But sure enough, I paid everybody back the following week, everybody. So that's the story behind getting this car. But back to my exhaust, though. I kind of got sidetracked, sorry. Yeah, I have no muffler. I had no resonator. I got an X pipe where the resonator was. I actually just did a video, so you guys haven't seen that video, go back to that video and then come back to this video after you're done watching it so you can see the whole thing. But yeah, I got these tips now. Had my boy Eddie install them at his content shop, and it looks sick, dude. I'm in love with them. They're like really big tips, dude. Really big tips. Okay, so I got a Motorsport hardware sticker because they did hook me up with these lug nuts. I mean, they didn't hook me up, but you know, they hooked it up. Respect your elders. And I have an old car, and a lot of people don't know about this car, so when they see this thing, because I mean it does look pretty sick, so when they see an old BMW, they're just like, whoa, and then it says respect your elders, and it's just like, whoa. I don't know, I like it. Okay, and I got amber side markers right here. Looks super sick. I think the only thing that's clear on my car is the tail lights, but I wanted everything else in amber though, because it is a white car. It's just the back, it looks sick with the clears, so yeah. Alright, so I'm pretty much done with all around the car. I'll bring you guys to like some interior stuff. We're inside my interior. I have my little alien friend right here. His name is Gurr. I tend to get a little lonely in here sometimes, so I like to keep him rolling strapped up. He has like somewhat of a seatbelt right here. Yeah, for those of you that don't know him, he's from Invader Zim. This is his little pet robot thing. He's actually in a costume right now, because I'm into aliens, so keep my little alien buddy right here. This thing comes down. It's like kind of a little armrest. I'm like beating Gurr up, but it's like a little armrest. You know, just chilling right here. Got the window down. Chill with your arm. Maybe have like a couple friends or females or whatever right here. This back part actually leads to the trunk. You could actually punch this in and then it'll lead to the trunk, but I'm not doing that. There's actually an ashtray right here, and I think it's cool because a lot of new BMWs don't even have that. You know, smoke up, roll it in there, whatever, do what you gotta do, ash it, and then boom. Don't really do too much smoking, but it's there if I need to. And here's another cool thing to talk about. Little handle right here, just in case like I drive fast, because I know a lot of people get scared with the way I drive. So they like to hold on to this thing for dear life. And there's also like a little coat hanger thing right here. I've only used it one time, and it was actually yesterday too. But yeah, that's where it goes. Only used it one time. Probably won't ever use it again, but it's there if I need it. Okay, so I'm in the driver's seat, so let's talk about the steering wheel first of all. This is a BMW M-Tech 2 steering wheel, and I'm absolutely in love with it. So I purchased this steering wheel, and I actually made a video on it too. I made a video on all this stuff I did. Yeah, I made a video on it, but at the end of the video, I couldn't get it to work. And later on, fast forward in the future, I think a year later, my buddy Jason Grace, he sent me a link to how to wire this thing up. And shout out to Jason Grace, because he's the man. He sent me a link how to wire this thing up. I bought like a little horn adapter, and I put it in, and then it started working, and then now it works. Now I got a horn now. Here, let me show you guys. I got a horn now, because for like the longest I didn't have a horn for like over a year. And if you know how to do it, it's really easy. But if you don't know how to do it like me, how I did in that video, then it's really difficult. Yeah, I'm really in love with this M-Tech 2 steering wheel, because the stock steering wheel that comes on this car, it's actually a whole lot bigger. I drove my buddy's 540 the other day. He had the stock steering wheel, and I was like, damn, the steering wheel is pretty big. Like, this is like pretty big. Yeah, this is a little bit not as big, so I love it, dude. It looks cool. It gives it like a super unique look, like just like a race car look. I love it. Absolutely love it. Moving on to these gauge rings right here on my speedometer. I forgot what I paid for them. I pulled the cluster out. I put in the gauge rings, and it looks so much better. Like, it brings it to life. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's actually one of my favorite mods that I did. And I also painted my needles red right here. And it's funny because what I actually did was I used the homie's mom nail polish. Yeah, dude, I did that. I taped it, I masked it, used the homie's mom red nail polish, and you know, it gives it like a race car look now. Looks cool though. Okay, and I also got this aftermarket stereo. There was another aftermarket stereo on this car. It looked really ugly though, so I had to take it out. I just wanted something that matched with black and that had Bluetooth. And yeah, I actually got this like phone holder magnet thing right here. I keep it right there so I could just put my phone in, and then it just sticks, and then I can like see what I'm doing. It just sticks to the back. I have a magnet right here. I got my Dragon Ball Z case on my phone because Dragon Ball Z is sick. And I also got this 6-speed ZHP shift knob, and it looks super sick. It has like a little M thing right there, you know, reverse all the way up to the 6. Looks super sick. I love being in 6. It's so awesome. Oh, and since we're right here, I guess we'll talk about my center console right here. Yeah, this guy was selling it for like 30 bucks. It came off an M5. It was actually like gray, but I spray painted it black, and you can't even tell now. Looks super sick, makes it look sporty. It actually came up off this sick with it, 30 bucks, and it is OEM, and it does come off an M5, so I'm pretty happy on that purchase. That was a really good purchase, actually. I'll do it again, and again, and again. Okay, so I got a sunroof right here. I always keep it tilted now, especially now that I got a garage, because there's no need for me to put it down now. And you get extra swag points if it's tilted, so I like to keep it up, you know. Put it back, you know, when I'm chilling. When it's the right vibe, I like to put it back. But in all, for the most part, I mostly have it tilted most of the time, because it looks sick. It brings the car to life. Gives it an aggressive look. You just got to. Especially when you take pictures. Like, it's a must you take pictures with this sunroof tilted. Hey, comment if you think so too, low-key. Okay, so another cool thing I got right here are sports seats. I didn't have these on my last car because these mostly come on 540s and M5. So I have a 540 now, so I have sports seats now. They do the job really fine. You know, my last seats were comfort seats because I did have a 530i previous to this. You know, looking back, being in both seats, the comfort seats were really comfortable. I'm letting you guys know right now, the comfort seats are really comfortable. Not saying these aren't comfortable, the comfort seats are just more comfortable. But if I were to choose, I would choose these because these are sporty seats, obviously. So, gotta keep them, you know. But yeah, these are actually in really good condition. Like I say, they're probably like 9 out of 10. They're in really good condition. I honestly got lucky with this car, man. It was meant to be, that's why. And I do have like OEM BMW floor mats if you want to take a look at that right there. Yeah, they're OEM BMW floor mats. Got them all around. Looks super sick. Another cool thing about my car is I got this coin tray slot. You know, I got quarters, nickels, you know, pennies, dimes in here, etc., etc. Did organize it to where it was only quarters, only dimes, only pennies, but over time they just start flying all over the place. So I don't care. I don't even care no more. And then I'll go ahead and bring you guys towards my trunk now. See what's in there. What do I have right here? Okay, so I got my camera bag with all like my camera stuff. Oh, let me know if you guys want to like if you guys want to see like my camera setup. I'll probably make a video on that pretty soon for those that are interested, because I do get asked that question quite a bit. A lot of people want to know. You know, some skated Nikes right here because I do skate. I should do a trick for you guys real quick so you guys know I skate. I'm gonna do a switch from big. Alright, let me take these bad boys off. I got my tripod in here. You know, I gotta get the angles. I got a yoga mat right here because for those of you that don't know, I do yoga. If you guys don't know what yoga is, it's mostly about breathing and stretching. Makes you feel really good after. That's why I do it. I have a BMW Motorsport sweater that my brother got me. Shout out to my brother. It's sick. Sweater that I got from Japan, Capsule Corp. If you guys don't know what Capsule Corp is, Bulma's company from Dragon Ball Z. I actually made a Japan video. You guys want to check that out? I actually picked this thing up in there. It's super sick. Oh my gosh, Japan was cool. Check out that video. And I keep my toolbox in there. It's the most important thing because this car is always breaking down and I need to be ready for when it does break down. Gotta have the toolbox in there. Mandatory. Yeah, you know, this is my M60 B40. 4-liter V8, you know. This is actually one of the best mods I did, was these coilovers, because on my last car it had springs and shocks and they didn't handle like how the coilovers do. So if you don't have coilovers, I highly recommend you get coilovers. I didn't know about this back then. I was a springs and struts guy, but never again. I'm staying coilovers and only coilovers, and you will not be disappointed. So get coilovers. I'm on Megan coilovers, but they're pretty much the same thing as BCs, come from the same factory. So they're just as good, no problem. As far as motor wise, I did a bunch of work on the motor. I think I did like, I don't want to get like too into it, but I switched out a lot of parts on this thing just so it could run good. And it runs good, no check engine light, you know, no problems. I hope not for a cool minute. Okay, so I forgot to film an outro for this video, and I know it was kind of long, so thank you for those that made it to the end, but I'll go ahead and see you guys next video really soon. It's Visual signing out. See you guys next video.